Savvy women are known as lifelong learners that build confidence and competence, whether single, married, divorced, or widowed, strive to care for themselves and at the same time care for others and what they believe in. On the show today, we will be looking at the topic, business savvy women. Hello and welcome. I am Olujoke Mosako on Let's Talk. My guest is Barrister Adeniyi, Executive Director, Smartdark Securities Limited. Stay with us. Thank you so much, Ma, for coming on the show. It's indeed a great privilege and an honor to have you join me today.
Thank you, Olujoke. It's also a good privilege for me to be here, and I thank you for inviting me.
Okay, so now the topic is actually business savvy women. What does the word savvy women mean?
Yeah, when you talk about savvy, sometimes you think it's not an English word, but it is ability to make good judgment, ability to be knowledgeable about subject matters, and to take shrewd business decisions. And so when you talk about business savvy women, they are women who are quite knowledgeable in their space, knowledgeable in what they do, and they are able to take good judgment, make good decisions at all times.
Okay, so what are the traits that we see in such personalities, especially the people who have really strived at every point in time to actually get to the point they are? In other words, how would you describe a business savvy woman?
Yeah, the traits are just cuts across different ages and generations of such women. They are quite focused. They are resilient. They are proactive. They act ahead of situations. They are not reactive people. They are people who are diligent, committed to the goals of achieving and making impact in their environment. And so such women are optimistic, they're positive-minded, believing that though they are down today, tomorrow they will be up, and they look at the total picture. They are not myopic in their outlook to life.
Wow, that's really wonderful. Is being savvy as a woman, does it have to relate with just business or at the professional level, like security, government, politics, everything that every man does in life?
No, it's not limited to what you do. It's just the total being of the individual. The individual exhibits these traits that we have talked about, even in the home front, as a member of the church community, if they belong to one, as a member of their traditional group, or wherever they appear to function in. Those traits are seen in them, and it's not limited to business and their professional life.
So what makes a good businesswoman?
What makes a businesswoman?
A good businesswoman.
A good businesswoman. Oh,
yes.
Good is relative.
Okay.
But when you want to say a successful businesswoman, then you look at it as someone who has goals and objectives, someone who is focused, somebody who achieves those goals, or even without achieving them, is striving towards them and is not distracted. Such people are successful in their sphere of influence. If you are able to meet your goals and targets, or you are working towards it and you are competent, or you are, satisfied with the position that you are at, knowing that you would still attain that with the objective you are working towards. Being successful, like I said, is relative. It depends on what your goals are, what your aspirations are, what the target is. But wherever you are, if you are able to be financially independent, and again, that is very relative, if you are able to be satisfied with what you have and you are able to lean on what you have to get what you want, then you are successful.
Okay, so how can a business savvy woman balance this thing? Because if you are successful in the field, how possible is it for a business savvy woman to also be successful in the home front so she can have an all-round success?
Oh, you know, a successful business woman has many parts, like you have just identified. She has the home front to take care of, whether as a single parent, a widowed, or a married mother. She has a lot to do, and a lot of people depend on her in different spheres of influence to make impact in their lives. And so it's moderation, ability to be able to plan your time, plan your life, and be able to give to each part of your existence, each part of your being, the due time and the due attention that it requires. If you are very successful in business and you are not successful as a mother in raising up your children, then you have not really been a good success. Or you are successful in business, you're unable to keep your marriage. I always say that the success in a marriage, a lot depends on the woman, because the strength of the woman is on her knees. And so I expect that a woman who is successful in marriage is able to manage her home, manage her husband, manage the different relationships that she's involved in, and be able to obtain success as it concerns those areas. And of course, the business area is not also suffering as a result of that. We should not lose sight of the fact that in life, what matters most is relationships, ability to build and sustain relationships go a long way towards making you successful in life. Being able to build enduring relationships that have impactful results in the lives of the people you are relating with matter a great deal, because in the end, that is what you'll be remembered by. What you have been able to do, how you make people feel is what you'll be remembered by. And of course, these people help you to succeed in business. The relationship you're able to build and maintain as a business owner helps you to be able to close your eyes and face other aspects of your being, knowing that your business is still being carried on the way you would have if you were there, because you have treated people right. Okay, so be able to recognize the fact that it's all about people and people matters. And that in handling people, you are able to make yourself successful, because what you sow, eventually you will reap.
Of course, what you sow, eventually you will reap. Let's go on this break, and when we come back, we continue from there. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, my name is Essay, and I'm here to talk to you about Let's Talk. It's a show on DNT Walk, which is DNCWOK. It's a very inspiring show, very informative. You will learn a lot on this show. So I invite you to please join DNT Walk, like, subscribe, and share with everyone you know.
The program is Let's Talk, and I've been speaking with Barrister Adeniyi. She is the Executive Director, Smartdac Securities Limited. And if you're just joining us, the topic is business savvy women. So, or basically a business savvy woman or women, all of the above. As long as you're a woman, it's all about you. So stay with us as we continue with the show. Thank you so much, Ma. I'm actually enjoying you. So as we continue, what do you think is significantly a barrier to business savvy women or business or leadership?
Actually, women are seen to be the weaker sex. And in some societies, women are expected to be seen and not heard. And some of us had used that as an excuse to not be able to express ourselves in different societies we belong to. And so one of the difficulty of a woman, or one of the advantages, or one of the setbacks to women for being successful in business is the fact that they are unable to express themselves in public. Inability to talk when they have issues. God created women in a very special way, that we have intuitive knowledge, we have some innate ability to know things by hindsight without being able to articulate what it is, but who could be able to tell what is about to happen. And so if a woman is able to express herself despite these difficulties, be able to say what she's feeling on the inside or what she knows, but she cannot, put it the way a man would do, it helps a great deal to bring about success in every endeavor. And so it is that inability that is their major setback. Another is the fact that women had seen themselves as the weaker self and the weaker sex, and they tend to be laid back. Okay, now if a woman is able to see herself not as a weaker sex, but as a support system, as a helpmate, as someone who God has given talents and abilities to excel and to make things happen, then she would be able to succeed. If you're able to pull that. Then another is the inability to build relationships. Women sometimes are told you can't be too forward in meeting people, in building such relationships. Once we're able to break this barrier and build relationships that endures, and then we will be successful in business. Also, there's a reluctance to showcase our abilities and our competencies, whenever the opportunity calls for it, because we feel we are women. And so if we're able to break through that, it would also help us. Sometimes also for some women, inability to be authentic, to be who you are, not to live and want to imitate others, will help a businesswoman to be very successful and make the woman to make more impact in the society. And so ability to also identify mentors, people who had achieved in their different endeavors, who had been professionals, and who you have seen as good role models. Pattern your life after them, try to live the way they do, and make examples of them. It helps also in building your career and in building a character that is strong and formidable in our generation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So for the purpose of women who are still striving to carve a niche for themselves in business or the professional level, what would you say is the requirement for success?
I would say, one, being optimistic, believing in yourself, knowing that a future is bright, and be resilient, ability to be dogged, to know that when you fall, it's not the end of it. What makes a failure is someone who falls down and refuses to get up. Inability to bounce back is what makes you a failure. And so for such young women who are just trying to create a niche for themselves in business, I would advise that they be well-focused, that they be resilient, that they do not give up easily, that they pursue their goal regardless of what they see or what they feel for now, believing and knowing that change is imminent. Change, it's something that is constant. However, our ability to handle change and turn it around for our good, our ability to stand and not to stay on the ground when we fall, is what will make us a success in the long run. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. What are the tips that will help business savvy women get ahead in this digital age?
Yeah, agility is one of them. And that is ability to be proactive, ability to act when you should, ability to explore the world around you, ability to move with the times. There are a lot of things. The world now is very dynamic, very volatile. A lot of changes are happening. Ability to move with the tides, to be able to learn the new skills that are evolving, being digital, don't feel you are limited in any way, but to keep doing that which you are doing, because consistently, at least, consistency at doing the right thing would eventually lead to good success. And so in this digital age, I would ask that the businesswoman that is learning to find her feet should learn more competencies, more skills, should be agile, should be prepared for the future, knowing that the future is something we don't know. It's today. Today is what we have. Today is our present, is our gift. Tomorrow is unknown. Tomorrow is the future. But the future is upon us now. And so our ability to live today and to do what we should today, not leaving any stone unturned, will make the difference we need for tomorrow and will help us in this digital age. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. Do you have any final word?
Oh, yes. I want to say that I want to shout out to women out there and to encourage women and to tell them that the best is yet to come. We have seen a lot of women who had achieved success, good success in different endeavors of life. And we know that more are coming because the beautiful ones are not yet born. And so we are looking forward to the new generation to make more impact in the world at large and to affect society better. I want to also encourage the world, encourage people at leadership position to help groom the woman for the girl child. If you train one girl child, you have trained a nation. And so we want to encourage the girl child to move forward, to bring out the innate abilities that are in them, the talents that God has put into them, and become savvy in their callings. I want to encourage parents to help their children to know that whether you are a boy or a girl, it doesn't really matter. God has put into us the ability to excel. And so whether we should not relegate the position of the girl child and say that the boy is better off. We believe that girls are more diligent and more have ability to achieve and also take care of us when we are old. In all, I want to encourage women to also believe in themselves and to bring out the best that is in them in every calling that they are in. Thank you so much, Cafe.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, that's so wonderful. And thank you to out there for joining us on today's edition of Let's Talk. I believe you've been able to get one or two things. Of course, not just one or two things, many things, because I have gotten a lot. And I just want to leave you with the words. When you fall, don't remain there. Get up and keep pushing until you get to that destination that you so desire. So as women, refuse to be relegated to the background, refuse to be sidelined, refuse to be hunted down, but keep pushing until you get to wherever or whatever you so desire as a dream. And I trust you that you will do much more than you can ever think or imagine, as long as you stay in the lane and you hold on to God. Until next time, I remain Olujoke Mosaku. Bye for now.